Welcome, all 0 of you to this live stream. Welcome everybody on this Monday night. Welcome. Woo! We are live, we are locked in, and we are loaded. If you haven't spoken to me or been part of this live stream before, my name is Marcus, and I am a almost two decade experienced individual when it comes to helping people with their money. In addition to that, though, I'm a retired corporate professional, retired professional athlete, retired roadman, retired refugee migrant, son, brother, boyfriend, and I'm here to help you live the business class lifestyle. Will the business class men and women please alight the live stream to the business class lifestyle? And we are all aboard, all 0 of us in this live stream. It's so ironic that the topic of today actually is about 8 immediate benefits that I gained from doing YouTube live streams for about a week. I think I've been probably a week and a bit now, pretty much live streaming every day apart from Sunday. And I'm telling you, some of these benefits have been absolutely massive. Obviously, prior to this, I was a YouTube, you can even say social media virgin. So I was definitely new to all of this.
Since I was born to this earth, I haven't slept with any woman before. I am purely virgin.
I promise you, I haven't touched any other live streaming before I started live streaming recently here. I am purely a virgin. And even in the small week that I've been doing this, there's been massive improvements, immediate benefits. Obviously, one of which is I'm better at live streaming. Obviously, that's
every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes.
Is that so? Okay, but yeah, this little segment here shouldn't last too long. We've got our little timer. I'm hoping about 30 minutes here because I'm trying to do a double. We're on double shift today. I'll probably be doing another live stream, but this one I really wanted to do because actually the benefits I've felt so far have been ridiculous, like in terms of what I can actually do with the benefits that I've gained from just live streaming over this short period of time. And I wanted to share that with you just in case you're also thinking about potentially doing your own social media, YouTube live streaming journey. I'm only about the stream. So that's my experience, but yeah, I wanted to share that with you if you're specifically trying to or looking to perhaps get into live streaming. So 8 benefits. Here we go. Okay. So benefit number 1 from live streaming every day for about a week is communication skills have shot up like ridiculously. Okay. And there's a lot of reasons for this. Obviously, this is a live stream and you're talking live. But there's no one you're talking to in front of you. There's absolutely no one in front of me. So just imagine you're able to communicate or talk to an invisible person or an inanimate object such as a camera. Imagine how much more easier it would be when you've got a person in front of you giving you cues as to their emotions or how they're interpreting certain information. I've got nothing. There's all 0 of you in the live stream. Whenever you turn up, you try and get my thing cut off. Whenever you turn up, all of a sudden I've got a video flag and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, communication has gone through the roof. And how do I know it? Well, when I'm communicating with friends now and I'm doing, let's say, a FaceTime or even a phone call, I'm able to speak coherently, consistently, directly, no hiccups, no stutters. It's just very smooth. And actually, I just feel so much more comfortable speaking now. I really do. The element of this video and the videos I've done being live really adds to that. That's benefit number one. Okay. Benefit number two is this directly helps with public speaking. You know, if you do a lot of presentations at work, or even let's say you have teams that you're a part of, you do things on the side that you need to, you know, present idea or concept, this really, really does help, because you may or may not know this, but I don't typically just rock up on a live stream. I prepare myself. I prepare a structure of how things are going to go. When you've got a presentation gig, you really want to be quite well prepared. And that's part of the process along with the delivery. And this has really helped me in terms of my public speaking. Because again, there is actually no audience. And the best thing, or the most dangerous thing about live streaming, is anything could happen and you've got to be ready for it. So same thing with the presentation. Any questions can come back right back at you. You've got to be prepared for that too. And honestly, live streaming, it's so uneasy. Your internet could cut off. You don't even know if necessarily everything's running okay. You're looking around, making sure, you know, your sound system's working, your podcast is working. It's very, very difficult. And public speaking, there's so many of those elements that can cross over. So I've seen that benefit in public speaking. I've done some corporate public speaking events, and they've just gone really smoothly. Like, I know the process. I can turn around a presentation quite quickly as a result of having done it so many times on the live stream over a short period of time. You remember, I'm speaking for hours. You know, it's not that often where you speak for an hour as a presentation. Usually you're looking at 30 minutes, maybe a little bit of Q&A afterwards. You know, I'm speaking an hour straight on these live streams, so it's not easy, and it's a great way to build up your public speaking skills. There we go. Number 3. Like I said, this is going to be a quick live stream. You know, we're going to have another one hopefully later tonight, because we're one down. We need one for Money Mondays, which is today, and you know, we'll come back to that later on tonight. So this is just going to be a quick one. So number 3, the really good thing with live streaming, for me personally, is when I was a lot younger, I used to be so creative. Honestly, I used to, me and a few friends, we used to be part of a comedy zone, if you want to call it that. But you know, probably, I would say maybe 7-8 years old, we used to group together. I used to write sketches and then perform them to the class every now and then. And it was so fun. But the best part about it was the creative juices were just let free. They were flowing. And you know, you've been there before. When you're young, everything is possible when you're adding things up in your own way. So you're not necessarily looking at things so logically. You're just doing whatever feels, seems, wherever your imagination goes, you're kind of going with that flow. And I think just generally, me for sure, but just generally, as you grow older, the element of creativity just in your life, in the way that you think, in your plans, it gets more and more restricted, I feel. And, you know, for me personally, I started to get to a point where, because I knew that a lot of things will depend on what I do in terms of the quality of my life, and I knew that I wanted to live the business class lifestyle. I knew that was what I wanted to do. So I had to kind of get into a mode of, right, I need to knuckle down. I can't be, you know, playing around, head in the skies, airy fairy. So I kind of moved away from my creativity. But as a young guy, I was really creative. Another area that I also was really creative in, and a lot of people will be, is if they're into the arts and music, for example. When I say the arts, I'm not necessarily just talking about literally, you know, the arts as in painting, drawing, and media. I take sport as an art. If you're really deep into your sport, you'll see that it's an art. There's a beauty to it, and you can get really creative with it. And I was really creative when I played football, which is, you know, soccer in the US or Canada or wherever you are. But I was really creative with that. And again, when you stop doing that, you lose elements of your creativity. Or even when, let's say, like myself, you play to quite a high level, the fun and the creative element you start losing because it gets very serious and it's very business person like. But yeah, doing these live streams daily 100% improved my creativity, because every single time I'm thinking about a topic, I'm thinking about how to make it relevant, I'm trying to think about how best to put it across, what concepts. I'm even thinking about the sound effects to use. It's really, really quite deep. And without doing the live streams every day, I probably wouldn't feel so creative. You know, what I really want to do, and I'll get to that point at some time, I guess, but I want to storyboard into the future and show a proper journey. So sit down and show a journey of, well, I'm not going to say too much now, but I want to put together a journey so anyone that comes and listens to what I have to say can see the trajectory of what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to go. But again, that will come down to creativity of topics, concepts, and how you're going to deliver that. Number 4, improvement in critical thinking. Again, I don't just put these things together. I really, really think about the topics that I put out there and look at it from a broad perspective. So I've done a video, I don't know if you want to look back, but there's a video on work-life balance. Now, that was quite a critical video in terms of the whole concept was dissected, okay? And we've got someone in the live stream. Woohoo! Yeah. Hi, I see him again. He's a red tie. He's wearing a red tie again. Oh, but this time there's no pin. There's no pin on the tie, but it's red. It's red. I'm going to now go back and report to YouTube. I don't see any use of any other material, so we'll leave him alone. I'm joking. But really, everything I do is for whoever that person is behind the screen. I know there's 2 people there. I'm one of those 2. I hold my hands up. But that, for the other person that's there, I swear I appreciate you just being there 10 seconds, 2 minutes, 10 minutes for the whole live stream. Honestly, I appreciate it. I will get to a point. I'm gonna get to some of my points. One of them is I've improved in my technical ability, but actually there's still a long way to go in my technical ability in terms of the setup that I've got here. But I want to be able to talk directly to you. Yeah, I want to talk directly to you in a way that you're comfortable and in a way that you'll feel free to speak to me openly. And I want to put a link at some point. I know it can be done, but put a link in the comment section so that you can anonymously click on that link and we can have a conversation. You can just be on the line and you can say whatever's on your mind, and hopefully we can have a conversation of value. And that's where I want to get to. So that's the reason why every time someone comes to the live stream, I throw a horn in there. Yeah, I throw a bomb in there, right? Because as I want to get as many people in the live stream as possible so that at some point there's enough people where I can put something in the chat, such as a link, a phone number, and there can be some back and forth, and we can basically grow and learn lessons live. That's the level that I want to get to. So for anyone that bothers to even come in the live stream, I'm indebted. I am indebted. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. And we will continue to the rest of the show. Okay. So yeah, as I mentioned, point number 4, my critical thinking has gone through the roof. I can't just put concepts out there. I can't just put topics out there. They need to be relevant. They need to be quite well thought of. The topic, if you want to go back and have a look at it, it's still there. It was about work-life balance. The truth about work-life balance. Is it what you actually think it is in terms of that balance? And also moving further into the whole well-being sector. Are they kind of making a few things up and stretching what that area actually entails for their own, to line their own pockets essentially. So again, there's an element of critical thinking there. I can't just come up with that. You need to kind of go into some detail and look into what the components are of whatever it is you're talking about, and compare and contrast information and come out with your own conclusion. So critical thinking is definitely something that has been improved as part of my streaming journey, effectively. Okay, so the next one. Better time management and scheduling. Now, better, but also could be better. There is a time and a place for everything. In terms of, hey, you've gone. There you go. There you go. You came in, you watched. He's got a red tie again. Red tie for the 4th, 5th day in a row. Red tie. I'm going to report that back. And he's not using any of anybody else's content. It's all original. So damn, he can't have anything flagged. Damn. And now you're out. But I appreciate it nonetheless. So yeah, in terms of the list of things that have been immediate benefit, like I just touched on, better time management and scheduling. Now, the time management could even be way better, right? But in terms of, I know that I'm going to be doing a live stream, so I'm structuring my day to accommodate that. So, in terms of time management and scheduling, yes, there's an improvement there, but I think it needs to go a lot better. And there's many reasons for that. A lot of people, their time management and scheduling is easy because you can, if you're doing just normal videos, you could just do a load of videos. You can do 6 videos in a day and then schedule them to drop Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You see what I mean? Whereas with live streaming, you have to show up. You have to be there, barefaced. You have to be there, barefaced, show up at that time, consistently, bish, bash, bosh. And so far, it's been kind of all over the place because I didn't really plan to jump into it. But when I jumped into it, I certainly was not going to jump off. Therefore, I've been kind of catching my tail and just whenever I can, getting that live stream in, which in terms of just moving from A to B, I think that was the first step. So I'm really comfortable on here now. I feel good, and I can go all night long on here, baby. That's what she said. Getting my Lionel Richie or nothing here. But no, honestly, I've gotten so much comfortable here. And that's because I jumped into it. But at the same time, because you're doing it live, being consistent is quite important in terms of the time that you do it, so that whoever wants to come on the live stream can come on. But secondly, also, I've seen that there's actually a best time to go live. There really is. And it's probably about UK time, 11:12 UK time. So 10:11 UK time. So I really need to keep in sync with that to get the most amount of people on live at any one moment, because I want people on live. That's the whole point. So yeah, I think I need to look into that. I need to make some adjustments. And we're going into the Easter break in the UK. We're going into I think Friday's bank holiday, Monday's the bank holiday. That's when I'm going to use that time to try and storyboard ahead, and also try to get my structure pat down. Because I wish I could go in there and be like, hey, this is news at 10. Every day 10. I'm the guy. I'm here at 10. But because I just kind of jumped into it, and I just wanted to make sure that I'm actually active and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I haven't really had the time to sit down and really kind of structure and make that all sort of consistent. So I have got some way there in terms of I'm doing it every evening, right? But it can still be improved. But better time management and scheduling is something that I've definitely picked up as a benefit from live streaming. Okay, so another benefit that I've picked up from live streaming is a sense of achievement. You know what? Live streaming, right? Live streaming is almost like going to the gym in some respects. No one can stop you from going out of your way to do it, right? Once you got your setup, once you got your studio, there's no excuse. No one can stop you apart from you. And it's the same thing about going to the gym, for example. The gym is all weather. There's 24/7 gyms, okay? So you can easily feel good about yourself and feel a sense of achievement just by making sure you show up, you do your work, and you go home. So it doesn't matter what else is going on in your life. Your job might be falling apart. Your relationship might be falling apart. You might be breaking down with the relationship with your family, or your finances are not in good order. If you can muster the strength to just go to the gym, that's going to be a point on the board. It's going to be a point on the board. That's 1 point. Everything's going bad, so is it X? Your love life is X. Your relationship at work with your work colleagues and just generally you're not getting a promotion, so that's gone bad. Your money's gone bad, you can't manage it, or it's not looking too good for you for every reason. But you can always win from going to the gym. You can't deny the feel good. You can see a result, and it's always pretty much in your control to go there and get the workout in. And that's how people actually get addicted to the gym. It's the same thing with live streaming. It does feel great. After I do every single live stream, I sit back and I'm like, man, I've done it. I've done it again, didn't I? I did it again, didn't I? I'm like, oh man, I feel good. That's done. I chop it up, not chop it up, but I just add my little, what do you call it? Thumbnail. Yeah, I'm getting technical now. Yeah, thumbnail. Yeah, everybody, I said it. Thumbnail. Yeah. And I add my thumbnail, and then it's out there, and I see it, and I'm like, yes, I made one. That's a tick for today. I've done it for today. So you do get an immediate sense of achievement from doing the live streams every single day. It feels great. It really does. Even better when there's people in the live stream, but for now, there's all 0 of you in this live stream. In fact, it actually makes it great because, if you can do it in front of 0, right? If I can do this in front of 0, if I can show up and do this in front of 0, just imagine when there's 4 of you. Woo-wee! It's game over. When there's 4 people in the live stream, it's game over, literally game over. But for now, we have to deal with 1, the occasional 2. Someone peeks in there, someone reports me to YouTube, someone tries to comment on my ties. We just have to deal with it for now, but we'll build it up. We'll build it up. But that's it. You definitely get a sense of achievement from doing YouTube live streams, and I've received that sense of achievement all throughout the first week or so of YouTube live streams. Okay, so another immediate benefit from doing the YouTube live streams for over a week now is, mate, like, this is not my forte, but my technical skills, my IT technical skills have gone up. Thank you. Thanks. Yes, they have gone up indeed. And I've kind of tried to circumnavigate and avoid and duck and dive and avoid any editing and this software and this and that. But from the ones that I have used, I've managed to use them quite effectively enough. I mean, they could obviously be used a lot better. I'm not an expert yet, but I'm able to use them and they're able to work. So we passed that phase, and that phase was tough. So it's a bigger thing than you think. So I've got a camera that I link to this, which goes in the live. That just camera to live stream to YouTube. That took me a minute. That took me a minute to figure out how I'm going to put all that together and get it to actually work. That took me a minute. I'm not going to lie. That took me, I was failing. It was almost game over. I couldn't really put it together for a long time until the moment that I could. And then being able to run it now, I've really improved my technical skills. So I understand how, you see what's going on with the sound effects and all that kind of stuff. I can kind of put it all together, but I was struggling at the start. Also with StreamYard, there's a few features in terms of how to broadcast it. So you got my name there. All of these little things that, you know, I've kind of put together, which really has helped. Also, you know, the thumbnails, you can see from the, I don't know really how I'm going to go about it, but you can see from the last one with Granite Shaka in there that I can do a little thumbnail, I can do a little thing, you get me? I can do a little thumbnail here and there. So that skill has been something that I've honed. I used PowerPoint for that, as well as some other sort of converter online. But again, you know, using YouTube Studio even to put these videos up, to touch up the content and all that kind of stuff, has been a massive learning curve, and that's definitely an immediate benefit that I've received there. Okay. The biggest immediate benefit, I would say, right, and maybe you can verify this because one or two people have sort of come back to me, those people who've been bush watching secretly. Yeah. One or two people have fed it back to me. But just value, man, just the potential to really help someone with value in the content, man. That is a massive immediate benefit. I have provided some value to at least someone, and you know, being able to have a platform, for me, that's one of the biggest things, to be able to actually have a platform and then deliver value to other people. That's why I'm so jubilant whenever there's someone in the live stream. It's not fake, it is real. Someone else is there and I've got a chance to add value to them and help them in any way. And that is something that's absolutely massive for me. And again, I would love to get to the point, you know, where I can bring things into for further level. So, you know, if we have this conversation maybe in another week, so this is my kind of my first week of live streaming every day on StreamYard, YouTube. If we have this conversation in another week, I would love to be able to say right now, when that happens, I've got a link that I can put in there, and people can say hello. People can actually say hello, because that's what I asked you to do. I asked you to put, if you're in the chat, if you're in the live stream, even if it's not you in the live stream now, but you got to watch the video afterwards, put a 3 in the chat so I know you looked at it. Put an 8 in the chat, like, dislike. I'm not someone that takes these things in a hard way. I'm very critical on myself, very reasonable, can take on criticism. So any feedback you've got, but I want to get to the point where there's people in the chat and the feedback can be live on the topics. And there's certain topics that I've not avoided, but I'm leaving them to a little bit later because they do need a conversation, particularly the topics around relationships. I repeat, particularly the topics around relationships. They need people to come in and give their 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pence, because these are, when it comes to relationships, it's a topic that really links into the future. Really does link into our future in terms of building stable homes for the next generation to be able to be a functioning and valuable member of society going forward. It's a big thing, and I'm honing my skills here. I'm jabbing, crossing, you know, little left, right, left hook, right. I'm in the gym right now. I'm doing sparring for when that time comes that I've got people actually in the live stream, people actually dialing in, and then we're talking about those hard hitting, heavyweight, knocking out topics. Okay, so that is me. I said I wanted to speak for about 30 minutes. We're done. So effectively, in my first week of live streaming, these are the 8 immediate benefits that I got. I got an improvement in my communication levels. I'm able to now speak confidently on camera, live, impromptu, no nonsense. I'm able to speak in the public setting without too much difficulty. And that's not just the speaking, it's right the way through from the preparing of the presentation to actually speaking. And a lot of that I got from these live streams. I don't just turn up and live stream, I put things together before I go out and do that. Also, one of the other biggest benefits I've got from doing these live streams is my creativity has been sparked, right? Because I need to deliver things in a way that is somewhat captivating, okay, and maybe just thought-provoking. So it means that I need to be a little bit more creative with how I do things, and I'm using that creative muscle in my brain, which, you know, perhaps isn't used so often. Another immediate benefit I got from doing live stream every day for a week is an improvement in my critical thinking. I touch on topics that are quite deep. I mentioned before, you touched on topic work-life balance, the truth, okay? That was a case of me looking through it in a little bit of detail and just deciphering what that really means and how you can use that to get ahead, whilst also touching on well-being and, you know, how much of that really is helpful in the way they say it is. Number 5, better time management and scheduling. We're still working on that. We are still working on that. But if you're doing lives, you're going to have to be good at time management and scheduling, because you can't just do a video and then put that video up a week later. Everything's live. Hey, there was a person in the live stream. I didn't want to actually acknowledge them, so they ran away. But that person in the live stream could come up, and if I had the link there, we could talk. It's all live. There's no pre-recording or anything like that. It's absolutely live. And I've improved in terms of time management and scheduling, but it could get so much better. Sense of achievement. That's another big immediate benefit I've got. As soon as I do these videos, I feel great, honestly, because I know it's done, job done, ticked off. Similar to going to the gym. As soon as you've done it, you feel great, job done, ticked off. It's something that's within my control that I can do, despite everything that's crashing around me on the planet. Improvement in my technical skills. So I'm talking about technical in terms of IT usage, use of software, StreamYard, YouTube. I've never used it so intensely before, but because I've streamed every single day, I've just like had a massive crash course in StreamYard, in the Rodecaster, in my camera, my streaming camera, my soundboard. Everything's been just like a intense course into using all of it. And obviously with all of that as well, the potential to actually make a difference to someone behind the camera. That is something that really motivates me. When I start seeing that come through, you're going to see me. I'm going to be going all night long, baby. All night long. All night. When that starts coming in, when people are actually on the live stream talking to me, and we going all night long, baby. We're deep stroking. We're deep stroking all night long. I'm making an absolute fool about myself. But this is the thing. I see this as entertainment with hints of education. So don't take me the wrong way. We're here in a spirit of love. We're trying to add value. And hopefully this has told you 8 immediate benefits from doing YouTube live streams for a week. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. On that note, you might find this cheesy. You might find this powerful. I believe words are very powerful. So I'm going to give you an affirmation to end the show. Repeat after me. I will do and have everything I will do and have everything I want in this life, and create my own destiny, because that is my divine will and I have been ordained to do so. Now I'm going to repeat it again. Just feel the words and drive it home with meaning. I will do and have everything I want in this life and create my own destiny, because that is my divine will and I have been ordained to do so. I've been Mark. You guys have been great as always. Thank you. There may well be a stream later on tonight. They may not. They may well be. They may not. But it's supposed to be Money Mondays, so the next stream will be Money Mondays, whenever that may be. I really enjoyed this one. Just sharing some of the tips that I've got and immediate benefits I've got since 1 week live streaming. And I'm out. Peace.